Hi, hello. So, I just had one of the worst customer service experiences I've had maybe ever. And that's saying a lot. And it wasn't that a worker was rude to us or incompetent, but I felt so much vicarious frustration for our cashier because their senior was being a piece of work. So I got a gift card for Christmas from a local store that I'd never gone to before. I didn't even know that it existed, actually. It's a very niche store, and it sells specialty olive oil products. Me and my partner Z had some time to kill in town, so I decided to go in and spend my gift certificate, because why not? The cashier was welcoming and informative. We decided to just keep it simple and go with two small olive oils, one garlic and one rosemary infused, and a hot sauce so that the total would exceed the gift card by a couple of bucks. We roll up to the counter. The young cashier scans our items and we hand over our gift certificate. Since it's a small business, they don't have a fancy checkout system or inventory system. Like, there's a laminated piece of paper on the counter for them to scan that I assume has every generalized item in the store on it. Like, all of the olive oils come in three sizes, so, like, you can just scan a barcode that says 800 millimeter bottle instead of the item itself if you wanted to. And the gift card, similarly, wasn't really part of a system where an individualized account existed. Like, there was no barcode on the gift card. Like, there was no way of keeping track what we had left of the initial gift card if we hadn't used the whole thing in their system. Like, other than for them to know that at the end of a certain quarter, there'd be money in their bank exceeding the product that is currently on their shelf. Our gift card was literally just a piece of paper with a signature on it, which is why we wanted to use it all at once, to keep things simple. Understandably, they don't do gift cards often, and the cashier was newish, so they called over another worker to confirm how they processed the payment. That was a mistake. The senior worker was immediately flustered to have been asked anything. Like, no, 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 you don't scan the things. And then she proceeded to bully the cashier over to have full control of the computer and got on the phone. The cashier took the scolding with an eye roll, but stayed silent, and went about wrapping our bottles for us instead. The senior lady gets on the phone with someone, presumably the owner, and starts irritatedly, like, saying to whoever is on the other end of the line, I need her, referring to the cashier, to understand how to do this, because I'm leaving. And then she shoves the phone in the cashier's hand and directs them back to the screen to process the order. In the time that the senior had been there, though, they'd erased what had already been scanned, so the cashier is coming back into it, confused where the items disappeared to. Like, where is their starting point? So the cashier starts talking to the person on the phone about what they did, which now isn't lining up with what they're seeing, and asking what the proper order is to input a gift card. But it's apparently taking too long for the senior's liking, so she grabs the phone away from the cashier while they're in the middle of trying to do the task that she's so adamant they need to be the one to do. The senior starts reiterating what was apparently so wrong that the cashier needs to learn while proceeding to scan the incorrect barcodes back into the computer and tell the person on the phone they're stressing her out. Once we, like me and my partner, the customers, spoke up to correct the order because the senior has scanned the wrong things in, they once again hand the phone back over to the cashier and walk away with their hands in the air because they just can't handle this right now, apparently. Left alone to actually talk to whoever is on the phone, the young cashier confirms things quickly and scans stuff in properly and processes us. What could have been a minute-long confirmation turned into what felt like 10 minutes of this middle-aged woman getting flustered by nothing and fucking up the entire process worse from her involvement. The worst part wasn't just how rude and overbearing she was to the cashier, it was that she was also clearly incompetent. Like, why did she need someone else to instruct the new employee? She should have been able to tell them how to do it herself, but she couldn't. She couldn't process it herself, and yet she was so unnecessarily flustered by the cashier for needing confirmation on how to do it. Like, the double standard was so painful. The whole time, the senior kept apologizing to us for it taking so long and framing it as the cashier's fault, how they need to learn to process gift cards while inhibiting them every step of the way. Like, we didn't care how long it took. We just wanted the senior woman to leave the cashier the fuck alone. She hindered the entire process and made the vibes go from a reasonable processing delay to, oh my god, get me the fuck out of here. This woman is a total bitch. Halfway through, we were almost ready to walk out and not buy anything because of her. Not because we had to wait or because, like, figuring out how to the gift card had to work, but it was just like watching her. Oh, it was so painful the way she treated that cashier. It's hard to describe, but if you know, you know. And if you have any similar sort of uh, customer service things that you'd like to rant about in the comments, feel free to, whether you are experiencing it as a customer or as an employee yourself, because I've had plenty of those too.